Hi everyone, I'm Megan, and I am so excited because today we have a really fantastic case study. Not only are we joined by our client manager, Austin, but also the founder and CEO of 9SAIL, Joe Giovanoli. Before we dive in, though, I want to say that we are Twice as Nice Recruiting, where we build every single search from scratch. We have a 9.9% placement fee, and we guarantee your placements for 18 months. Joe, Austin, how are y'all today?
Hey, doing great, Megan.
Doing awesome. Thanks for having me.
Great. So, Joe, I wanted to ask you if you could just tell us a little bit about 9SAIL, what your company does, and maybe just kind of how you got it started.
Yeah, sure. So we are a digital marketing agency that specializes in working with law firms. We work with law firms that are looking to either expand their market reach within a geographic market, or they're looking to grow their market share in a specific practice area or set of practice areas, also known as practice groups. But essentially, we are hired when somebody wants to generate more business through their online presence for their law firm. Um, we got started back in 2015. We were a full service agency at the time. We very quickly, within about 18 to 24 months, we shifted our focus to be, very niche in the services that we provide, SEO, paid search, content creation, and digital public relations. And we niched down to just the law firm segment. The market was very underserved. We felt that we provided a great offering. We took a very interesting and unique approach, and it's the rest is kind of history. So it's been a great almost 9 years now. It's crazy to think, but yeah. So law firms are our world.
And 9 years at 9SAIL. I really like that. That's fantastic. Now, Austin, we've worked with 9SAIL for a little bit, correct? How long have we worked with
Yeah,
9SAIL, and why would you say that they're great to recruit for and just be a partner with?
yeah, yeah. 9Cell was so Joe was referred to us by one of our other clients that we worked with in the past that they know each other through their network groups. So we started working with them in January of 2022 with their first account manager, PR account manager search that we worked on. As far as why they're a great company to work for or to work with, I would say it's pretty easy. It's Joe and his colleague Brian always give fantastic feedback. They're involved in the process. They understand that what we're doing on our end, and really are full participants in the searches itself.
Well, and we can't take credit for that. You make it very easy to give feedback. Like you're always asking for what you could be looking for in a better candidate or things like that. So you can't give us all the credit for that. There is an awful lot that you guys are doing there. And there's also the benefit that you came through Entrepreneurs Organization, which was a really cool intro of like how we met you. So
Definitely.
we can't take any credit for that. You guys make it easy.
Oh, we appreciate that.
It's a partnership, right? It's a
Yeah.
partnership when you're recruiting.
Yeah.
It can't just be one party doing all of this. And that's why when we find such great clients and we find success, it really is a partnership because we have to find what you're looking for. And, you kind of got to understand where we're coming from as well. I think that's great. Joe, have you used recruiting firms in the past to try to place some candidates? And how did that go? And, why did you kind of end up working with Twice as Nice?
Yeah, so we did once before very unsuccessfully. We actually didn't even end up getting to place a candidate because the candidates were just not what we were looking for. It felt like we weren't being listened to or heard. And we were frankly really in a pinch when we got introduced to Austin. And I was a bit concerned because I just didn't know where to turn or what to do, and I hadn't even thought to go to a recruiting firm again for many reasons. But then the second that we met Austin, it was almost like within 5 minutes of the call, like we were buds, like it was like
Yeah.
that we had a bond. It was great. And we just felt really comfortable moving forward. And so, yes, we had used a recruiting firm in the past very, very unsuccessfully.
That's unfortunate, of course, but Austin, we've helped place five candidates, I think, for Nine
Yeah.
Sale. Is
Yeah.
that correct? So
Correct.
how did those go? And I guess kind of it seems like candidates are engaged with them. It seems like we've kind of figured out a way to work with 9SAIL and with Joe to get
Mhm.
these candidates placed. How did those go? And maybe why are these so successful with 9SAIL?
Yeah. So, I mean, most of the searches have gone actually really well, really fast. It's because of that feedback that we get from Joe, it allows us to really optimize our searches early on and hone in on those A players they look for their team. Um, the market was kind of tough last year, so our most recent placement did take a little bit longer, which was a little bit unique for us. It's just the candidate quality just wasn't there for a while. It took us a little longer to really uncover that solid placement for them. But in general, yeah, on average, it's taken us between 30 and 60 days to place somebody there. We help to find, 4 account managers now and a digital strategist. And yeah, it's again, it always comes back to when there's a partnership there where the client is communicating with us, giving us their honest feedback. It helps us hone in on those placements. A big challenge with these searches, typically, especially the account manager ones, they're really wanting people from the PR world that have strong press placement experience, great media relations. What we find is a lot of the entry level, not entry level, but junior candidates tend to only have like social media PR experience, which just isn't enough for Joe. So because it's a remote company, we get a ton of engagement, but we have to really filter through a lot of those that just aren't fits for them.
Yeah, there can be a lot of people out there who are interested in the jobs, but finding that right candidate takes a lot of work. And that's, one thing that we're really good at is kind of filtering through those candidates so that when they go to Joe, right, he's like, okay, these are the people I'm really interested in. Joe,
Right.
so y'all were recently looking for a PR account executive. What were you looking for within that candidate? What did you tell Austin that you said, this is what I need to find so you can filter out all those folks and bring me, some really great candidates? What were y'all looking for in your PR account executive?
Yeah, so I think it's worth noting too, right? And one of the biggest decision points for us about, continuing and building our relationship with Twice as Nice is the fact that we build versus buy talent, or buy versus build talent, excuse me. So what I mean by that is that we're looking for people that are coming in with that experience. They maybe they're on the cusp of a promotion at another place, or maybe that they've been waiting too long for that promotion. And so like we're really trying to appeal to those folks. And, we're looking for people that have that 5+ years of experience. So with the PR account executive, the experience level was really important. We were actually less worried about industry experience. We were more focused on them understanding how to build contacts and relationships with press, and how to really dive into what is going to make an impact for the client. So we wanted somebody that was going to be a great culture fit. That is always A1 on our list is, do they fit the 9SAIL culture? Because the other side of the equation on the talent is that you can teach any kind of talent related activity, but you can't teach them how to be a good culture fit. So, Austin, our culture is very well defined. We have a very clear, like, if you meet anybody on our team, like, you'll very much get the vibe of what who our company is. So Austin had a little bit of a task there, first and foremost, to learn the culture of our team. And I think that it took us the first one to get it right. He mentioned that it took a little bit longer to find people, or find that placement, but it had to do with A, the market, and B, them being such great gatekeepers for us to make sure that we weren't interviewing people that just didn't fit what we were looking for. And they put 3 amazing candidates in front of us for the role. At the end of the day, we were able to make a decision, and it was a tough decision because they were all exactly what we were looking for. So, so really the criteria is kind of qualitative more than anything, right? And it comes down to just, are they a good culture fit for the organization? That's the biggest thing that Austin was tasked with.
And that's a big challenge, right? Because you can't see culture on a resume. You have to call and talk to these candidates, understand what they're about, and also have a really good knowledge of the company as well, which Austin, of course, is fantastic at. Austin, was that kind of a challenge finding this candidate, just like finding that right culture fit? Or what would you say a challenge was in placing this PR account executive?
Yeah, this most recent one was just more challenging. The market itself, just I think candidates they weren't moving around as much as they were in years past. They were kind of sticking to where they were, which made it tough. But like Joe said, we're gatekeepers. We were definitely engaging and interviewing a lot of candidates this time around, more so than we usually do. But we don't want to send. We're big on quality over quantity, and we only want to send those that we feel are going to be strong fits for them. Knowing that a B player is not what he wants. He wants an A player, somebody that can really have an impact on their team and fit their culture. So it took a little bit longer to find that fit, but like Joe said, I mean, we found three, which I think is a great highlight. You're not getting inundated with 20 resumes, maybe two or three of them are just a fit, but you've got those others. We're sending you over the best that we're able to find for you.
Yeah, and just to add on that, you gave us three, and you continued to interview just in case those folks didn't pan out. Like you were ready and in the wings with additional candidates.
Yeah.
Also really good at if we're not 100% sure, keeping candidates warm. You guys do a great job with that. I just think the whole process for us is a no-brainer to put in the hands of Twice as Nice, because we're really great technical people. We build a good culture, but our strength isn't sourcing these folks and hiring these folks and whatnot. And Austin mentions the market, people not moving around. We also made that hire in October. So you have a lot of folks that are thinking like, well, I've been at this job, this one company for the past 10 months. They're thinking about their upcoming bonus, and maybe they want to stay it out for their bonus and whatever. So there's a lot of factors that are outside of our control, in their control typically. And it's just about having those constant open lines of communication of like, hey, we have 5 interviews in the pipeline that we're going to go through. We're really, really confident and excited about 2 of them. We'll keep you posted. And it's just about having that dialogue. And that's, you could go and hire somebody in-house to do all of this, but you're going to spend a fortune, and you're not going to have that level of expertise of multiple people on your staff, right? Like Austin brings at least 2 people to the table at any given moment that are helping us to recruit and doing what they need to be doing. And it would cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars to hire those people, good people, to do that in-house, and I wouldn't know how to manage them. So they're just, you guys have always done an exceptional job with that.
Well, thank you. And it sounds like for you being a CEO, an owner of this company, this takes something off of your plate. This takes something off of your company's plate, and at the same time can put your mind at ease because there is that open line of communication. You know that the job is getting done. Is that like a benefit of working with a recruiting firm, and specifically Twice as Nice? Or what would you say some of those benefits are for you, Joe?
Yeah. So, I always joke with Austin, like, it's not about working with the benefit of working with a recruiting firm. It's about the benefit of working with Twice as Nice, right? You're not the average run of the mill recruiting firm. You can just even tell in the way you guys present things, right? Your fees are not what everybody else in the industries are, which is a huge benefit for you. But that's only the smallest piece of the value Twice as Nice provides. That 18-month guarantee, we've been a beneficiary of that, and we had somebody that just unfortunately didn't work out, and next day Austin's posting up the job already and giving us an update of where things are, and the team just really jumped right into it. And I think we had a 30-day replacement. Like, it was not,
We did.
We were in a position where we needed to move through our hiring process a little faster than we wanted to. It worked out. We were okay. Right. The hire, slow fire, fast mentality is one that we very much, go by. But we were in a situation where we needed this person, and Twice as Nice stepped up, and there was no additional cost for that, right? You guys lived up to the promise that you made. So again, it's not about working with a recruiting firm. It's really about working with you guys. And, I hope this gets far and wide out there, that people that are considering or even are actively working with a recruiting firm, that they give you guys an opportunity at a role to see what you're about, because and this is not a paid endorsement. I'm literally like, I reached out to you to be like, hey, I'd like to be a case study for you. So you guys have been incredible. You've broken the recruiting model. Like you've broken it because you guys just do it so well, and you do it at such an effective and cost effective rate, and you're industry agnostic. So there's my unpaid endorsement.
And we are so appreciative of it. And you're right, we didn't reach out to you or anything. You said, hey, this is something that I believe in, you've benefited from, it's helped your business, and you just wanted to spread the word, and we appreciate it. And Austin, I mean, obviously y'all have built a good relationship with Joe. You've worked with him over the last few years. What are some of the benefits that you've seen for him working with Twice is Nice? Like he's able to get these the candidates that he really needs and help grow his business. What are some of the benefits that you've seen just within your partnership?
Sure. I mean, I think it's we provide this resource for him. We've built a trust where he knows that we're working hard in the background to find people, but always have that open line of communication. We meet regularly each week, which is just huge. I find that searches have an 80 to 90% better chance of success when the client is meeting regularly with us. And so those are some of the benefits that I found. Kind of going back to talking about the value that we bring in terms of our fees and all. I think it really speaks to that partnership that we're trying to build, right? Like our pricing model is meant for long-term growth and long-term clients and all. We really believe in recognizing that 18-month guarantee and finding a replacement as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both for joining me today. I had a great time chatting with y'all, Joe, meeting you and getting to know you a little bit, and understanding a little bit more about this partnership that we've built and how it's benefited you. So thank you both for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. Thanks, Joe.